Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about AQ2D. Artix posted a double post for AQ World's Unity. Now, this is what he's been calling it in this design notes, and I don't know if that's the actual title of the game. Is it called AQ2D? Is it called AQ World's Mobile? Is it called AQ World's Unity? I don't know. If it's AQ World Unity, I actually don't mind that. I would prefer that over any of the other names they've been using. So according to this, they are going to be doing a full review of the Dragon's Lair, which means that all the core features are currently working. This is really good, and he's going to be doing some of that as of the filming of this video. He'll be doing that. Test builds have been made for Steam and Android, so he said you can just load up Steam and click update, then play. Well, that's really cool. It says, like AQ3D, the versions of AQ World's Unity are near identical, except that when you play in mobile, you have a special mobile interface instead. This is actually, that's identical to AQ3D because AQ3D has a special mobile interface. It's not the same as Steam, so I don't know what he means by that. I have not actually gotten to play with a mobile interface yet, but hopefully tomorrow, which will be today, so he'll be taking a look at that. The core of it is there, just needs a little J6 and Darkon polish and shine pass, so I guess they're the ones doing the polishing. Movement bugs have been fixed. Good to know. Solved all the remaining collision issues. Database saves with gold and experience, so that's now working. That would be a huge problem. Imagine trying to sell stuff for AC and then getting back gold or something. You can now buy and sell normal gold items and also AC items in shops. The gold is now displaying properly. Apparently it wasn't before. Quest details now shows the name of the quest, which I guess it wasn't before. Player panel bugged fix. Monsters. Oh, right, because they had monsters that was appearing behind the player's portrait, which I guess now they have it on separate layers, so it's no longer going to be doing that. Chat scroll log fixed. They had some weird issues. Min and max scale, which is a new feature. Monsters can have their sizes defined in the database. Oh, so they can balance the size of it via the database. That's probably going to make it a lot easier when creating monsters. Healer bug fixed. There was a bug where anytime you cast a heal or buff, it would set your strength stat to 0 and your damage would stop. Ouch. Effect icons no longer get stuck on player and monster portraits. The special names can now be assigned to monsters. So if there's a group of Zorbacks, Frogzards, I don't know, why did I say Zorbacks? We can make one of these spawn pads spawn a Frogzard named Sparky. Oh, and then increase the size. So it could be a very special mob. Chat moved to the center of the screen at the bottom on mobile. Oh, nice. New change on the interface. Second NPC screen bug fixed. Sometimes when you talk to an NPC and they would talk again, they would disappear. Ooh, Vanishing Act Scaling feature added to the delogger. NPCs can now be repositioned manually. Loot bug moved higher. Oh, loot button moved higher. It was moved so it no longer gets covered by the action buttons on the mobile version. Oh, the virtual joystick scale bug fixed. Click blocker on radial skill slots fixed. Tool tips fixed. Hovering over buttons brings up a tooltip correctly now, because I guess before they weren't. New features. These are new feature requests. So you've got a warp back to NPC. This is a feature that would allow you to warp back to a quest giver. That is freaking huge, because that is one thing that is very, very maddening when you have to, keep the quest open in AQ World so that you can just turn it in on that spot instead of having to constantly go all the way back. You got to type in the join command, go back to the thing, run to the NPC. This way, so they're going to be having a warp back to NPC feature. That is a very cool idea. Spacebar makes you jump. Did it before? Wait, so there's jumping in this game. There was never any jumping in AQ World, so now you have like a jump feature, or at least they're going to be, because these are requests. New top, they can actually do like parkour stuff if they have jumping perhaps. New top right menu icons. I don't like parkour, but people do. Go to player, nice. That'll I'm surprised that's not already in there, though. The top priorities. So they have top programming issues include the zero bug, some minor small changes here. The top design issues include cleanup of NPC whatnot. Also would like to replace as many of the old icons with new ones. So really change it up. Delogger functioning works, but we are still working on building a new friendlier interface for it. Something Tunic said he will be able to start on that tomorrow. So that's going to be nice for those creating on it. Is going to make, also says here, makes cutscenes for AQ3D mobile, AQ Worlds Unity. I keep saying the different names. See, there's too many names. You have to gamble with them all. AQ Worlds Unity account compatibility checker. And he says this is a special login page that will check your players or characters' compatibility with the AQ Worlds Unity. It will show you all the items your currently has and which of those items has already been converted. Not going to be very many yet, but the mass conversion will be coming. This is what the Kickstarter is for. The first version of this should just be informational. It says we are talking about adding a voting system so we can vote each day on which items you would like to prioritize in conversion. I guess this is up until they do the mass conversion. Also spoke with Beline and discussed her coming back to write a story for the 20th anniversary event. Very cool. We have a call scheduled for this week. That's in October. 20th anniversary is in October. So looking forward to that. And yep, this Friday is Friday the 13th. So that is it for this. It's coming along really nicely. Looking forward to the progression of AQ Worlds Unity, AQ Worlds 2D, AQ Worlds Mobile, whatever they want to call it. Artix answered some questions regarding AQ2D. He said definitely going to be a 60 plus FPS. This is the biggest advantage of a new game engine because, of course, they're using Unity. He also said because AQ2D Worlds is a new game, what is that? Anyways, because it's a new game, we have a lot of freedom. I want you to keep your classes, items, pets, etc. So the items and stuff you're getting. Now, I am actually surprised we get to keep the classes. I guess it's not a huge surprise, but just because we get to keep the classes does not mean we get to use the classes when the game is first launched, because all the classes have to be completely redone, rebalanced, and everything else. So this is a new game. It's not the same, so the classes might not and very likely will not be the same in some ways because it's a new engine. So some of the stuff that they currently do in AQ Worlds, they won't be able to do in AQ2D. So it'll be interesting. Definitely a learning curve for them and us. My voice cracked. Your level and story progress will stay the same in the existing game, but in the new game, you will start at level 1, so you can experience the rebuilt story from the scratch. So this is very important, and I know a lot of people were asking about this, like, what about our level and stuff? And some people might be mad thinking they're losing their progress or something, but you're not losing your progress because he points out very clearly this is a new game. AQ2D is not AQ Worlds. I would like you to be able to see your level on both versions of the game. That's an interesting thing. And he said, furthermore, which makes this a little weird, if you get a sword in AQ World, you will also have it in AQ2D, and vice versa. In a way, I mean, if the items are available from AQ2D and they currently exist in AQ World, if you obtain them in AQ2D, you will likely obtain them in AQ World, but I'm not sure how that works because it's the same character, but I don't know if it goes backwards. Like, it's going to go forward. Anything you obtain in AQ World will be in AQ2D, but I don't understand how that works. There will likely be a lot of weird things we discover along the way that we will need to work out. I think it is important that we make dealing with the weirdness a fun part of this experience. Oh, that is well said. He responds to a person here, there will be any changes to the AQ2D lore. And he said that is uncertain. A cleaned up version of the storyline probably will affect the lore a bit. So it might not be a duplicate from what we're experiencing. It may not be a duplicate. But anyways, that is some of the stuff that he had posted, and it's good to know. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments below. What are you looking forward to? That is it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.